Happy HIE Awareness Month. It is the third week, and I am doing a throwback to yesterday, which was HIE Spirit Day. I was in the car for 8.5 hours coming back from a medical appointment for my child. So today I am sporting our 2015 Hope for HIE mega meetup that we had in Tennessee with the theme of Hope is Everything. So enjoy the vintage HIE gear. Let's get into some good information that benefits everyone and kind of do a recap of where we've been this month and where we're going in both the organization of Hope for HIE as well as the state of HIE. So we're going to start with an announcement that we made the first week of HIE Awareness Month, which was a project that we're working on with some researchers that are looking at how we can build better educational resources for families, make them more accessible with harnessing the power of AI. So pretty cool new things. A lot of you signed up to participate, and I know interviews are underway. I'm really excited to share updates as we go with that project, so stay tuned on that. Last week was a big focus on our support programming. So if you are curious about our support programs, you can tag in to those at hie.support. Just type it into any browser. One of the support programs that we just built and launched on Friday is called the SOAR program. And that is a support program for kids ages 7 through 17 living with HIE across all impacts. So we're looking at how we can make things accessible, how we can build peer support, peer connection, and do it in a really fun and engaging way, build self-advocacy skills, all sorts of different ways to get our kids involved as they grow up with HIE, and just the evolution of where we were as an organization and where we're going. Last week, Dr. Danielle Barber and I also spent some time at the Cerebral Palsy Research Network Investigators meeting in Columbus, Ohio, and that's relevant because she and I just had a Q&A today that talked about the importance of data collection and engaging in research to move forward the state of HIE research and understanding and therapeutic intervention in order to improve the quality of life for our entire community. I would encourage, if you have a child diagnosed with cerebral palsy, if you're diagnosed with cerebral palsy, that you go to CPRN's website, that you enroll in the patient family inputted side of CPRN, which is called MyCP. We are partnering CPRN to build the HIE side of that with CPRN and many other amazing researchers and clinicians. We've been working for about 12 to 14 months exploring this with CPRN and also individuals that are helping us move this forward. We're going for some funding to get started, so fingers crossed for that. A ton of work, and Dr. Danielle Barber went over that in our Q&A today that you can find on our Facebook and YouTube channels if you want to catch up on that. Looping back to support, we have been seeing some awesome photos and videos of our Super Sibs kits that are hitting mailboxes. Just a reminder, we have a Super Sibs program that is for ages 0 to 17, and it is for not only siblings of children with HIE who are living, but we also do have a lost sibling program that's a part of it as well, and you can sign up at hie.support under the Super Sibs tab. These are age-appropriate, developmentally appropriate activities and ways to build connection with families, with the family unit, with siblings, and help kids work through difficult things, work through grief on the loss side, and work through just the nuances of having siblings with differences and disabilities. We officially closed registration for our virtual Hustle for Hope yesterday. We have currently almost 1,200 participants across our 15 in-person sites and our virtual program. And so in order to stair-step this down, we did close that yesterday. And we are just so thankful to all the Hustle hosts, all the people that are actively participating in fundraising and getting together as a community. My own local Hustle is this Sunday. I'm really excited to see people there. And we have amazingly almost 50 people, or we're at 50 people right now registered. And so these events have been growing and growing. It's another opportunity for our community to come together. We have some people that are partnering with local NICUs. We have all sorts of things going on. Every hustle is going to look a little bit different because we have amazing families that are hosting these and hosting them in support with our staff. Shout out to Deanna Bryan, anyone that's been working with her. She is making all all this magic happen to help families make these things feasible, to get the community together. So big shout out to her. We had a question earlier this week asking if we have parent support groups after the peer program for our kids age 7 through 17 launched. And yes, that actually has been at the heart of who we are and who we started with first, because babies and young kids can't raise themselves, obviously. So we do have parent peer support groups as well. Those are managed and run and facilitated by Haley Thomas, who's our social worker. She is building more programs and more support groups all the time that are topic-based, age and demographic-based. So make sure that you check out our schedule for those. You can register on our events page. That's hopeforhie.org/events to check out what's going on. There's one tonight for adoptive and foster parents. We have them regularly for dads, for newly diagnosed, lost families, extended family. There is peer, we have a peer mentorship program for one-to-one support as well. And you can find out more details at HIE.support to tag into that. I'm going to wrap up with, this month is a big focus on where we're going with HIE, and you'll see that we are going to continue as an organization to build more comprehensive, high quality support programs for our community, find new ways to get together in person, make meaningful connections, and really change the trajectory for HIE. That is our big vision goal. So that's why you hear so much about us getting involved in research and advocacy and things like that to improve care in all sorts of spaces, to improve research in all sorts of spaces. That is where we are heading, what we're actively involved in so much. And that's how we're going to all come together when we can all be a part of that and move that forward, which many of you are getting involved with. There's an advocacy panel this week with 2 parents about how they're getting involved and have been involved in advocacy. I'm so excited to talk about that. Anything you do, whether you have 5 minutes, 5 hours, whatever it is to commit, whether it's with our organization or someone else, it makes a big difference. And when we have this collective body of over 10,000 families now coming together and everyone gives 5 minutes of their time or 50 minutes of their time or 5 hours of their time, that's how we can accelerate things faster. In just a small reflection on my own journey, my son turns 12 next week. 12 years ago, there was no easy access to support. There were no programs and services. There was a Facebook support group that was started by 3 amazing families with the intention to build this foundation and the global support network that we have today. This has taken a lot of people over a lot of years to do. If you look at our growth the past 5 years in particular, it's just accelerating, and that's because of the wonderful worldwide community we have that digs in, digs deep, and moves forward. That's how we're going to continue to go to that next curve too. So I encourage you to dig into the Q&As that we do, encourage you to take advantage of giving your feedback on these research opportunities that we bring to you, and encourage you to get involved and get your kids enrolled in our programs and services that support them, that support you. So that way, again, we can all elevate that quality of life for our community.